Okay guys, got something to show today. Got a little bit more done on this side. I sprayed some undercoating on the sheet metal right here. It's that rubberized stuff, right? So that side's coated and this side is partially coated. I ran out, so I gotta buy another can of that. I was only able to spray on the edges there. This is that blotchiness is because I treated that with OSPHO and it's galvanized and it puts a blotchy look to it. So that just needs a little bit of OSPHO, and we're gonna call that thing done. Gosh, the next thing I got to do is put the refrigerant lines from this and route them over the wheel, behind the wheel back there, and that's going to be a little bit of a trick, but I got an idea what we're going to do with that. And I'll show you this side. Huh? Look at that. Hakuna Matata, baby. Oops, left my tools in there. And my keys. And some leftover bolts. Here's the instruction thing. How about that, huh? Ah, I am so tickled that we finally got these things installed. Whew. So, yeah, there's how those little funky washers go that I made the other day. They're 1/4 inch thick on this side and 1/8 inch thick on that side to compensate for this unequalness. So what we did is we put these bolts in upside down with the nut on the top, which is generally not the way you put stuff. Normally bolts face down or to the rear or in. So, I mean, downward, as if like the nut were to vibrate off, the bolt will stay in the hole. That's the idea. So anyway, these are self-locking nuts, so that's not going to be an issue. But why I put these in this way is if somebody wanted to steal the box off this bus and tried to unscrew the bolts from the underneath side, this will just spin and it'll never loosen because it's a self-locking nut. So all 4 of them are in there that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta put some Earl on that. I hate that squeak. But there you go. So today I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, and I took a half-a-day vacation after that, and I went over to Palm Beach Iron Works and I bought a piece of metal long enough to span that whole length. It's going to be the trim piece. There's going to be a small piece of sheet metal that attaches to here to get the same proximity between here and here and the top and right there. So this piece of angle metal that I bought is going to be the trim piece that's going to go over that, and I'll just show you that whenever I get to doing that. So we're getting close here. The next step on this side is to make the sheet metal. I've got a piece that goes here. I guess it's about half the length here. I don't remember exactly how long it is, but I need to cut it like that to make space from where this guy is. And then the piece of metal that I cut out, I think I'll be able to put a piece of that down at that end. I don't know, but if I can't, I do have some more sheet metal in the garage that I'll be able to take a piece for that. So this is holy cow. Let me step back. Starting to look like an RV, man. So I've been doing some planning. We're wanting to change this door to a regular house kind of door, and I want the door to be hinged on the front side so it's not a suicide door. If you guys remember that from the old days, some cars were made with the rear doors that had the hinge toward the back of the car. I don't know what the dealio was that, but if you cracked that door open a little bit while you were driving, the wind would get it and about rip the door off. So we don't want that here. We're going to have the doorknob on this side, and we're going to have the hinges on this side. And I want to be able to swing the door clear open and maybe latch it over here. So, you know, on a cool day, if I want to have the door open, I can just leave the door open, right? But here's the challenge. This piece has got a taper to it. I don't know if you can see here. It goes pretty much straight up to there, and then from there up it curves in like, golly, 2.5 inches at the top. So I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do here yet. But I'm probably going to be putting a door jamb in here that protrudes out at the top, right? And then it's going to be protruding out at the top here, and then make its way to flush right around here. And it might look kind of odd looking at the bus from the front and have the top of the door poking out. But at this point, that's the plan. I mean, there are ways around that. I could put an extended hinge on it instead, and I could leave the door kind of slanted in and have the hinge, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. You see that on vans and some other vehicles. But we'll figure this out, and once we get the door jamb part figured out, I'll be making that door, most likely. It's taller than any house door that I could find. There's a few of them I was able to find, but they're crazy expensive, like $800 or $1,000 for a freaking door. So we'll be making the door. It'll probably be thin plywood on the outside and the inside, like maybe 3/8 thick plywood on the outside and 1/4 inch plywood on the inside, with foam in the middle and a wood perimeter, and then fiberglass over the outside to make it weatherproof. And it'll have a window in it. I might use this glass for the window. I don't know, because I need to be able to see out that when I'm driving for making turns. So that's going to be the next big challenge. Gosh, this side of the bus, once I get this trimmed out, is ready for paint entirely. The door, I can put the door in after painting if I need to. And I think I probably will paint the bus before the door is in, because I need to get some paint on this while we have this nice weather. And this guy here is just about done. I've got the little piece of metal to close that hole already. It's a hole that I cut out of something else I was about to throw away, and then I realized I needed it for this, so I saved it. Yeah, I would like to replace that compartment with one that matches the ones on the other side, because it really bugs the hell out of me how this original compartment, it messes up the line, man. The feng shui is like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't look right. But I can do that later. Yeah, wow. Here we go, man. We're there.